Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing my weekly recap or review for this week's episode of Dragon Ball Super that just aired in Japan. This week we got to see the 10th episode, which is called Show Me Goku, the Power of a Super Saiyan God. Okay, so you guys know how I've been with Dragon Ball Super. If you've been following my reviews, kind of hit or miss sometimes. At the beginning there, I was questioning whether or not this was, worth it, that kind of thing. It was just going to be... I was a little bit disappointed at about an episode 6-ish after a couple episodes of just not a lot happening. Some artwork with the Super Saiyan Level 3, which we did see a flashback to in this episode that's just god-awful. But luckily, it has totally turned around for me as a viewer. This was probably the best episode we've seen so far because it's what Dragon Ball does best, which is to have your big fights, big action, awesome animation, and really looking good with today's updated, nice color palette, everything looking really good, the clouds really beautiful, and just a really solid episode. I give this one an 8.5 out of 10. What it is, basically, for those of you who haven't seen it, is we're just seeing the beginning fight, which was in Battle of Gods between Goku and Beerus. Now, they're doing a little bit different. It still feels familiar, because most of the parts, like, Goku and Beerus in the Battle of Gods movie, they kind of go into outer space in that, and they're fighting, and they're kind of, it's not really like a full-on fight. It's more like kind of like a training. They're training, they're dueling, but they're not really trying to kill each other. At least not so far. And Beerus is kind of giving Goku some time to kind of get used to his new form, to get used to the Super Saiyan God form and movement and that, because of course, and I liked in this one too how he goes kind of forward and then he kind of loses control of himself because he's not used to having that kind of speed or that kind of power and force, and he kind of trips over himself and falls and kind of spins. And there's quite a few good action sequences in this one. My favorite probably being where Goku kind of taps him on the head back because, of course, Beerus had flicked him. He kind of flicked him back real hard, which was funny. He got a goose egg in that. So, I don't have too much to say about this episode. Most of it's fighting. Most of it's pretty good. You got Emperor Pilaf in there because, the Japanese, they like to mix in their kind of, especially with anime, you've got kind of the action part. And then they like to have a little bit of comedy mixed in there as well, too. So their gang, Pilaf's gang, serves as kind of the comedy in this episode. Not too much else more to mention about the episode with regards to this recap. The action was good. Some of the scenes were pretty cool. The Kamehameha looked good. I like Beerus's, the art of his, whatever that was, some kind of death ball or something where it's like, you've got yellow and it's like things, almost like a nucleus or something going around, in some kind of, I don't know, blast or something, which was pretty cool. In terms of Battle of the Gods versus this, Battle of Gods was pretty sweet in terms of the animation. That looked really good, and it was a movie, of course, so that was good to see. But this is cool, too, in its own way, because they get to add in some parts. They can kind of slow down certain other parts and, kind of add to it. And we do see in the beginning there that, of course, there's going to be some other new villains, and it's going to get better as the show goes on. So 8.7 for this episode for me, probably my favorite episode yet, just to get to see them finally fighting. The music was great, really liked the score, and, excited for next week to see them continue the fight. And most excited for when we actually get to the parts that are totally new. So maybe some of the behind-the-scenes stuff that would happen with Frieza, how he gets his God form in that. I'm really interested to see, how he is able to kind of fight with, God mode Goku and Vegeta in that. When it's kind of like the feeling we've got so far is that God Kai is different from regular Kai. They can't sense it. They can't feel it. They don't know it even if they see it. They don't really understand it. So how can, if Frieza isn't some kind of evil god, how is he able to mess with Super Saiyan God or with Vegeta and Super Saiyan God? So that I'm interested to kind of hear how they kind of explain that and show that. And it just, it is useful, I guess, in this way, because we do get to kind of find out more about the background behind the movies, because they're both great movies, both of those movies. And the anime allows us to kind of go through the background behind it, get to see more of it, get to see maybe how Goku and Vegeta achieved the blue kind of Super Saiyan state the first time they do it, and just get a lot more background about what's happening in the anime form, especially because we're only 1/10 of the way through already, and we're starting to see this kind of definitive battle between those two, which means pretty soon we should be through Battle of Gods, that part of the story, and there definitely should be plenty of episodes in this 100 that are going to be totally new or add-ins of stuff we never saw, we never really knew, which would be really cool to see and see what happened with Frieza in that. So I'm excited for it. So 8.7 out of 10 for me this week's episode. Really liked it a lot. If you guys like this review, please thumb it up below. Rate your comments below on what how you've been feeling about Battle of the Gods. Are you like me? Have you kind of turned around on it now that the animation's gotten a lot better? It's looking good, and the pacing's gotten better for me anyway. Let me know what you guys think below, and if you like the video, like I said, thumb it up, share, favorite, and if you're new and you want to subscribe, you can subscribe at the bottom left. That's it for this week's recap review. I'll see you guys probably next week because you guys want me to continue doing these, so I will. Yeah, that's it for this one. See you guys for the next one. As always, it's Trev saying peace.